Hi, I'm Kirsten Chick, author of Nutrition Brought to Life, and this podcast is a companion to the book. You can listen as you read Nutrition Brought to Life, or before as a kind of preview, or after you've finished the book as a refresher. Either way, I hope this helps you make some small changes that make a big difference in your life. Hello again, Kirsten Chick here, this time talking about Chapter 3 of my book, Nutrition Brought to Life. Chapter 3 is about vitality, harnessing nature's energy, i.e. how we get energy from our food. We can get energy from the proteins, the carbohydrates, which break down to sugars, and also the fats in our diet. These are called your macronutrients, and they have many functions in the body, including building blocks for making structures such as cells, hormones, antibodies, enzymes, and a whole lot more. The focus in this chapter is on energy, but it's important to remember food is not just fuel. This also means that food is not just calories, the measurement for fuel you see on most food labels. We're encouraged to count calories to measure our food, but this can be so misleading. You can, for example, eat your recommended daily calories in nutrient-poor, ultra-processed products and experience poor physical and mental health, and also poor energy and poor weight control as a result. You're so much more than a slot machine for calories, and a nourishing approach to diet needs to recognize this. However, fuel is one important aspect of why we eat, and it's actually quite a beautiful process when you look at it, because we are solar powered. The energy we run on, that we use to think, move, breathe, blink, digest, regenerate tissue, it all comes from the sun. The sun is a blazing ball of energy production, and its rays carry that energy down to planet Earth. Through photosynthesis, the green chlorophyll molecules in plants capture that energy and store it in a kind of battery, like a AA battery, that the plant can then use to grow, produce fruit, and turn to face the sun. When we eat, we absorb those AA batteries, called things like glucose, a type of sugar, for example. But we can't run on AA batteries. We need AAA batteries, or to be precise, molecules of ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate. So we need to convert the AA batteries, or glucose, into AAA batteries, or ATP. Every cell in your body contains little factories called mitochondria that do this. We can then plug that ATP in to make muscles move or relax, to push things across cell membranes, to send messages through the brain and nerves, to repair tissue, and generally keep us alive. Those sunshine processing factories, the mitochondria in your cells, need a lot of vitamins, minerals, amino acids from proteins, and other nutrients to do their work. We call these cofactors. I like to think of them as busy factory workers. You can have all the calories in the world, but without the workers to process them, you're going to be lacking in energy. You also need the oxygen you breathe in, which helps to make the whole process much more efficient. You can make over 30 molecules of ATP from one of glucose if you've got enough oxygen present, but only 2 if you don't. And with low levels of oxygen, you don't just make less energy, but that also changes the way the cell behaves and exposes it to damage. This isn't a problem in short bursts, like when we do aerobic exercise, but as a long-term situation, it can be a pathway to cancer and other diseases. So having enough energy isn't about eating more carbs, the bread, pasta, potatoes, cakes, and energy bars you might think you need to eat more of if you exercise a lot or need to build up weight, or if you just feel tired all the time. You don't need more chocolate bars and pasta. You just need to maximize the sunshine energy you're able to get from your food. And for this, you need two things. Number one, the cofactor nutrients that help run the sunshine processing plants, your mitochondria. And number two, oxygen. The cofactor nutrients for ATP production include magnesium, vitamins B1, B2, B3, and B5, alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10, and L-carnitine. To get these, I'd suggest including regular portions of nuts, seeds, peas, beans, brown rice, avocado, sweet potato, asparagus, shiitake mushrooms, and green leafy vegetables, especially spinach and broccoli. If you eat meat and oily fish, that will help you even more with B3, CoQ10, and L-carnitine. I give quite a few energy boosting meal ideas in the book that include these, but see if you can come up with some of your own. Listen to the list again and see if you can create an easy recipe from any of those ingredients you don't already include, and then make it once a week. And please post it in the Nutrition Brought to Life community group on Facebook. So the Nutrition Brought to Life podcast community group on Facebook. So that's nuts, seeds, peas, beans, brown rice, avocado, sweet potato, asparagus, shiitake mushrooms, and green leafy vegetables, especially spinach and broccoli. And if you eat meat and oily fish, then that will help you even more with B3, CoQ10, and L-carnitine. And just to repeat, if you want to share your recipes, please do so in the Nutrition Brought to Life podcast community Facebook group. Now, to make sure there's enough oxygen in your cells, there are a few things you need to do. First of all, breathe. There are a lot of breathing exercises and techniques you can look into, but my favorite tips are these. Number one, you know how to breathe already. You're doing it right now, so just relax. Number two, the more relaxed your belly, especially while you breathe in, the more air you'll naturally take in. Number three, also practice relaxing your throat, your jaw, your tongue, your chest, your shoulders, your rib cage. And number four, try not to force a deep breath in. Actually, it's emptying your lungs and then being relaxed that seems to get more air coming in naturally. You'll also need water, B vitamins, and other nutrients like iron and copper to help you make the red blood cells that transport oxygen to your cells. Plus, you need to keep levels of inflammation low in your blood vessels so the red blood cells can circulate more easily. But that's enough for now. For the time being, focus on getting those sunshine factory cofactors into your diet and on relaxing while you breathe. Next time, we're going to look at Chapter 4, Sugar, the highs and the lowdown. Thanks for listening to the Nutrition Brought to Life podcast. There's also a Facebook group you can join called Nutrition Brought to Life Podcast Community, where you can share useful insights and recipes, ask questions, and get more support on your nutrition journey. If you haven't read it yet, there's so much more in the book, Nutrition Brought to Life, as well as all the scientific references and some glorious pictures. And you can find out more about me at kirstenchick.com.